Welcome to episode 752 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, August 18th. It's Wednesday. Whoa.
Jesus fucking
Wednesday,
Christ,
Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. I'm Will. Yep, that was a mistake. Right off
There are
the bat.
people who have this day off who were just driving to work and almost turned around and crashed their car, bro.
It's Tuesday. Oh, shit.
I'm not even supposed to be at fucking work today, man.
It's Wednesday.
And I'm already halfway
Wednesday.
there.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
Hump day.
If you could drive your car back home that fast, you have the shortest commute ever. So congratulations. But it is
No,
Wednesday.
but your asshole definitely went whoop.
Whoop. Oh, my God.
And then that was Pat and Mark. I'm Will. And Wes.
Missing Wes again.
Where is he?
You know, he just yesterday announced for the second time while on vacation that his days off on vacation were done. But no, they're back on again.
Wes is on a 2-week vacation to the same home in Virginia. I don't think I've ever been to a 14-day vacation anywhere. I went to Tahiti for 8 days. Has anyone ever gone on a 14-day vacation in their lives to anywhere, let alone a house in Virginia?
What was that celebrating, that Tahitian trip?
It was like a honeymoon, right?
Oh, your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
You only have
Big
2 or
life
3 of those
event.
in your life.
there are people that go to Asia for shorter amounts of time than he went to fucking Northern Virginia, and he's not like hopping around state to state or house to house. He's in the same house for
Busch
14
Gardens.
days.
Did see Busch
I
Gardens,
don't
but
I don't get why the trip's so long.
my
It
favorite
is-
part of it is how he's announced that he's done with days off twice.
Yeah. We can just assume he's not, though. Yeah, shame us 3 times. Fool on us, or fool us 3 times, shame on us, whatever. Yeah.
I'm back, guys. No more
Yeah.
days. Well, he's off today. Hopefully we'll get him tomorrow. What was that, Pat? What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. Yeah. Hey, this must be nice.
We're talking
14-day trip.
with the 3 guys who are here. We're talking trending news, fast food, and taking a trip back to Afghanistan in the TikTok International Moment today. Any other highlights to mention, fellas?
We're gonna go to Sri Lanka. We're also gonna be maybe going to somewhere in America, maybe, but a kind of international space. You're gonna like it. TikTok International Moment fucks today.
Nice.
At
Love
the
it.
end of the show, we're going to vote on the grossest fast food item of all time, and I'll lead you through it.
Oh, that's awesome. And the trends are pretty fun as well. Also, final thing before we hop into the news, Green Room app by Spotify. Download it now because it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. What the fuck Wednesday? Join us live for What the Fuck Wednesday on the Green Room app at 5 p.m. Eastern today. We're talking terrible work stories, right? Horrible bosses.
Yeah. So things
Yes.
that you can't believe happened at work, terrible co-workers, things that your bosses have done that have been wildly inappropriate,
Wow,
or you
wow,
as a
wow.
boss have done. That's not a crime.
That's
I
big
have
time.
I have a pretty crazy one I thought of today. I was like, I've told a few of these. What's it? I got it. So I have a good one.
That's going to be pretty fun. Definitely get in there and bring us some stories. It's more fun live. You can get to interact with us. We'll call you up on there and share it. And the best story gets a shirt.
I'm going to tell
One
my
last-
story about Lance. Do you guys remember Lance on the
I do.
And the fight that he had on the downtown mall?
I do remember Lance.
yes.
Bar regular?
Yes.
Oh man, this is a good one.
Yes. One last thing on Wes is I think he won the lottery. So there in the lottery corner, someone in Austin, Texas won a $5 million scratch off, and Wes's trip was very abrupt, and he's dodging us. And someone wrote in the Discord, patreon.com/hardfactor, send in the card to join our Discord. Someone's like, Wes is going to be pissed off about this. Someone in Austin won the $5 million scratch
Oh, he
off.
didn't reply. I saw
And
that.
he didn't reply at all. He's replying to
Yeah.
all those. So I think he might have won the $5 million, and he's
It's
like
Wes.
he's talking with his family about what to do about it.
What do you
Wes,
mean? What to do about it?
'Cause he runs our lottery pool.
He's giving them money first, obviously, which makes sense. And then he's going to figure out whether he wants to come back to the show and if he gives us any money, if he buys Hive Islands. I think he's divvying up the funds right now.
I hope that's why he's off. I hope.
That doesn't seem like a Wes move to win the lottery and do something pragmatic.
Well, he's sober.
Exactly. That's how you know he didn't win the lottery.
He's figuring it. Yeah, he's got it. He's got a handle on it. All right. Well, I hope he's off because he's winning the lottery. Let's jump into the news, boys. Time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, trending news. The holidays for August 18th are up first. It is Bad Poetry Day, weird one. Birth Control Pills Day, important one. Helium Discovery Day, Mail Order Catalog Day, National Badge Ribbon Day, National Fajita Day, National Ice Cream Pie Day. What's an ice cream pie? You guys know?
I know an ice cream cake.
Right. Haven't really heard of an ice cream pie.
Maybe
before.
it's pie with ice cream on top, like a la mode. Maybe they forgot an and in there, an ampersand.
A la mode day
might be-
sounds a lot better.
It might be like a British way of saying it.
Yeah.
Ice cream pie.
You want an ice cream pie, governor?
Exactly.
It's too hot out. It'll melt.
But this pie's with meat, because that's how we do it.
That's what we
Not
call
a
ice
meat,
cream.
meat pie, no.
You
And
tell
it's
we've been
gravy ice cream.
Shoya.
National Medical Dosimetrist Day. No idea what that is. National Soft Ice Cream Day. How many fucking
Yeah.
ice creams? Never Give Up Day, Pinot Noir Day, and Serendipity Day.
Okay, a dosimetrist is they help create a plan to deliver the radiation dose for a tumor, perhaps.
Wow.
Or other
That's an
radiation
important job.
situations.
Wow, Dosimetrists.
Wow.
Give
Good for
them some
dosimetrists.
credit.
Hell yeah, it's their day. Big
Yeah.
day.
That's important stuff. Okay, today in history, August 18th, in 1227, Genghis Khan died. He's the Mongolian who united the tribes and conquered all of Asia. Pretty impressive when you think about it.
Whoa.
That's a picture for you guys.
That's a lot of conquering.
The Mongolian horde versus the Roman Empire. It was like, significantly larger.
He just fucked and murdered and murdered. And you know, like Will Chamberlain's like, I slept with 20,000 women. You're like, how, Will? And he's like, by doing it all the time.
Yeah.
That's like Genghis Khan, except with not just fucking
Conquering. Yeah.
murdering.
He must
And
have been on
conquering.
uppers. Must have been on uppers, right?
He drank a lot of milk, probably. I think the
Yeah.
Mongolians are big
Yeah,
on
is the
milk.
blood of your enemies in upper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed it with that.
Yeah, that'll
He also-
get you going.
He also conquered like all of China, him and his descendants. So that's always interesting note there because he is Mongolian. In 1936, on August 18th, Robert Redford was born. Gave us the great meme later on. In 1969, it was the last day of Woodstock, August 18th. In 1992, Larry Bird announced his retirement from basketball. But most importantly, in 1920, the 19th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution was ratified by just one vote, the state of Tennessee, giving women the right to vote in 1920.
By
Hey,
just one vote.
I gotta ask where you're getting your dates again here, because I have in my hand my father's Woodstock '69 tickets.
Oh, it must have been.
It says Friday the 15th, Saturday the 16th, and Sunday the 17th, 1969.
Huh. Britannica said that the 18th was the last
It was
day.
$18 for 3 tickets.
Oh,
Is that what you
no.
meant?
What? August?
18th, 1969 was a Monday, I believe.
Man. Well, I don't know what's going on. Let me see. I'm going to verify.
I wouldn't have called it out. I just have the Woodstock tickets sitting behind me. You know, it's just like it seems like it was an
It
appropriate
said,
time.
Nope. Britannica says it ended on the 18th.
Well, I guess technically the Monday it ended. I guess technically.
Okay.
Word a little weird.
But I mean, I appreciate how you questioned the fact and got to show off one of your pieces of flair on set. It's very nice. A Woodstock ticket, original.
Great opportunity for
That
it.
was convenient.
It's a great opportunity. Thanks. Hey,
I
Will,
thought you were
thanks.
reaching for like a Larry Bird thing.
Thanks for getting that wrong and taking that. Well,
Hey, Britannica got it wrong, not me. Yeah, but just one vote for women's suffrage.
Ooh, it was close.
Tennessee, way to go. Let's move it on to the trending news. Honorable mentions. So new polls. I'm not talking about Afghanistan and the cup of coffee. I think Pat's going to talk a little bit more about that later on. But some new polls after Biden's Afghan weekend. 69% were in favor of withdrawing from Afghanistan before the weekend. Now, about that same amount of people, 69%, think that President Biden blew the extraction. So big turn of events there
How many?
in terms of public perception. 69%.
That's nice. First of all,
people
nice,
polled.
but 100% of people don't think he blew the extraction.
Yeah, you'd be
100% of people
surprised.
don't want out.
No, a majority still believe that we need to follow through with leaving, regardless of how badly the extraction was blown. But the people that thought we should stay used to be like 20%, and it grew significantly after the extraction was blown. So it's like, it's just a bunch of changing minds, you know?
Yeah, it's a very emotional thing. We're in it. Like I can see that, but I think it's probably a good thing, long term, looking back on it, that we're leaving. But 100% he blew it. Who doesn't think he blew the extraction?
And that's the way the majority feels on all fronts right there. Yeah. Biden, again, still on vacation at Camp David. And reportedly
he's not talking to the... Oh, you got it.
Yes. Hasn't spoken to any other world leaders as of Tuesday afternoon, despite...
Man, I was thinking about the Biden speech. So, like, when you're a world leader and you blew it, right, and you go up there, your options are to say you blew it, to say you didn't blow it, or some combination of the two, which is what he did, where he was like, the buck stops with me, and then went on to talk about how
but they blew it.
Yeah. But like, he said that once out of like 15 minutes.
I know. What happens if you, like, what if he went just straight, I blew it? Like, where does that speech go? Like,
I feel like it would have been better, honestly.
Maybe, yeah, right. Yeah. But, like, what do you talk about? Like, we fucked up. So
he should have leaned more to that direction, I think.
Bummer.
Instead, he went on the I did nothing wrong, fuck all of you, you can suck my cock, and I'm going to go back on vacation. So that's where he's at. Still has not spoken with anybody. Also out of the federal government, 8-month COVID vaccine booster shots are almost certainly going to be recommended by the CDC as early as this week. So they're going with 8 months.
Did you hear who got one?
No, who?
Greg Abbott, governor of Texas.
Oh, no.
Greg Abbott got a booster shot already. The guy got COVID, and it came out yesterday that he's going to be fine because he has 3 shots, not one, not
what
2.
A booster.
But Greg Abbott has already gotten 3 COVID shots.
He's probably hit because he got his first shot so early, Mark.
It's ironic.
It's probably hit the 8 months. You know?
I haven't heard much about Greg Abbott. Like I didn't see him taking photo ops of him getting any of those 3 shots or talking about the vaccine much. Other than
he did. He got him on camera.
He's going to fine anyone that mandates getting vaccines.
Well,
but
dude, that's what trips
behind closed doors. It seems like he respects the shit out of COVID.
He's like a rights guy, right? Like,
he got, but
like
he did get the vaccine documented. He did get documented when he got
Right, but the community.
We're gonna get. He's number 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We'll wait for it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, the 8-month boosters. Yeah, it's kind of related to Greg Abbott. But yeah, we'll get to him in a minute. And also, last honorable mention, guys. People are freaking out because Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Chiefs, shaved his beard completely. That's what he looks like. What do you think?
I think he looks a little Aaron Hernandez-y, to be honest with you, at full glance.
Wow. Hernandez-y. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Babyface.
Yikes.
I think he's going to score a lot of touchdowns is what I think.
What position did Hernandez play?
Tight end.
Yeah. A lot. You're connecting the dots, Pat. All right. Let's move.
I'm not connecting him. The universe is connecting him, okay?
Kelce, I think he looks better with facial hair. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say he should grow it back. Number 5. Let's hurry up so we can get back to Greg Abbott. Number 5, Hope Solo. Former U.S. women's national team goalie trended for telling Goal.com that, quote, I've seen Megan Rapinoe almost bully players into kneeling because she really wants to stand up for something in her particular way, unquote. To the surprise of nobody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Hope Solo is stirring the pot, and Megan Rapinoe probably sucks as much in the locker room as she does when she's talking to the media. So that's just nobody's surprised about either of those things because Hope Solo is also a pot stirrer.
Hope Solo is a partier. She's the one that talked about how much sex went down in the Olympic Village.
Yeah, you can always trust her for like a juicy scoop of gossip. You know,
she really good. She was really good, right?
Oh yeah, she was good.
She was the goalie for a long time. Yeah.
Was she Rapinoe good? Who's better?
I mean, Solo was definitely like an iconic figure on the team.
Well, she was really hot. It's easy to be iconic when you're hot.
But she was good. She was the starter for a long time.
That's what I'm asking.
That's a tough question. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're both good.
They're probably similar levels, honestly. Both longtime starters on the national team, like very reliable players at
a lot of hardware
positions. Yeah.
Maybe we do a shootout, right? Rapinoe and Solo.
It's not fair because Rapinoe wins that. I mean,
I don't know. But Solo would save her shots, and I don't know if Rapinoe can save shots.
Exactly.
Oh, if they both had to save their own
each other's, yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
they should settle it in the penalty kick arena, Pat. I like
There's
that.
not enough of that these days where like a beef between athletes comes out and then, like a Dana White comes in or it's like, let's put it in the ring or whatever.
Where's Don King when you need him? Dana White doesn't
right?
do enough for that. You're right. And I was wrong, fellas. We're back to Greg Abbott. He's number 4, not number 3. We can talk about him again. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has COVID, as Mark pointed out earlier.
Three's how many shots he has. Well,
Yeah, that's right. I got confused. Almost certainly he has the Delta variant, which makes up pretty much 100% of new cases nowadays in the United States. He's fully vaccinated with a 3rd booster shot, and he has no symptoms, probably because of all those shots.
how could he?
Yeah, he's pretty well protected. He was actually testing daily too, Mark. So not only 3 shots, but testing daily, despite refusing to wear a mask. He was giving a speech a few hours before he got the diagnosis. Abbott is also on top of the 3 the 3 vaccine shots is going to be taking Regeneron, which is being rolled out across the state in hopes of reducing hospitalizations.
Well, that's because we're at our max. Well,
Yes, so he's trying to
in
get him
Texas,
down.
the state he is in charge of, it's got the 2nd most COVID cases all summer to Florida, and ICU beds are at like full capacity statewide.
They say, Mark, don't get too upset because they say that surge is just going to go north. That's what a lot of the scientists predict. So
Well, we're only
could
like
just be
45.
seasonal.
We're only 45% vaccinated. That includes some guy that's triple vaxxed. As a state.
So you want Abbott to be
I want him to be a little bit more vocal about how he feels personally about COVID versus what he thinks his base wants to hear. If the motherfucker's taking 3 shots, I'd like him to maybe say that a little bit more. I get where he's coming from, open businesses and pander to the base and all that stuff. And there's two ways to skin the cat, right? And he's skinning it the way the Republicans skin it, and that's fine. But behind closed doors, he's taking a shot every fucking week. And you don't hear about that much. And I do think a lot of people look up to Greg Abbott in the state of Texas, and that's why we're at 45% vaccinations. And I think that for the most part, most people will do what they want. They'll do their own research, but there's probably multiple thousand people that are dead because of this piece of shit. That's what I think.
You talking about from the power thing?
Talking about because he doesn't tell people to get vaccinated like a lot of governors do.
Oh, not because he
want him
blamed
to
the failure of the power grid on renewable energy.
Right.
even
Well,
though
that too. A lot of people
clearly
died from that
natural
too.
gas.
A lot of people. I can't wait till McConaughey runs.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it
so
seems like
chill.
it's ripe. You know,
I
seems
got-
like it's ripe
he's-
for somebody to steal.
Abbott's
I
had
got
a
the
rough
sneezes.
go. Yeah.
Man, Pat, do you have COVID? We need to get a COVID test out to Pat.
We do.
They say this Delta variant, if you're vaccinated, you can barely tell.
That's fine. I'm not going to end up in the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm super
you
back.
you can barely tell Pat's sick.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I think a lot of people. Greg Abbott's been the governor of Texas for a long ass time. He was the attorney general before that. I know when I lived there, I was sick of his ass, and I think that by this he's been in for so long. I'm sure people are sick of him. Like, just. But I agree. Mark. A lot of people look up to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope Jimmy Vaughn, Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother's vaxxed because that guy's old as fuck.
Jimmy Vaughn was talking to him earlier in the day, but he said he got a negative test after talking to
Jimmy
Abbott,
Vaughn
so.
does not look vaxxed, and he looks really big for Jimmy Vaughn.
Jimmy Vaughn swears. His manager swears
He's like
he got a
Steven
negative
Seagal
test.
Jimmy Vaughn has left a shirt size officially, guys. He's moved into the next shirt size this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, talk about moving into bigger shirt sizes. Number 3, the California wildfires are doing the same thing. Wildfire evacuations are underway near Route 50 in Northern California for the new Caldor fire, that's the name of it, that doubled in size overnight from Monday to Tuesday, ending up at 6,500 acres, blazing and growing with 0% contained. It's been smoky in Reno, which is right next to Northern California, for longer than I can remember at this point. And here is a picture of what's going on in the state of California. The larger Dixie fire and the Caldor fire are just pummeling the forests in Northern California and the Sierra Nevada mountain chain. With the Dixie fire being the second largest fire currently in state history, just behind last year's Northern California complex from last August. So setting records all the time.
Oh, man.
Setting those wildfire records
So-
year
That's
after
Not
year.
good.
Did
That's
you
not
see
good.
the Colorado River for the first time ever is under a water restriction? Did you see that?
Yeah,
yesterday?
down at Lake Mead, yeah. Yeah, crazy.
That can't. I mean, that's not related, but that can't be good.
Yeah, it's dry out west. It's dry. And I'm sure the smoke and the fires aren't helping anything. But, hopefully hopefully they can get some like money out to the boys who fight these things, like pay them better, and then also like figure out how to help prevent them more, because like obviously they get worse every year, and the scientists claim that it's going to keep getting hotter. So
At what point do you get out of that area of California, right? Like, what point do you just throw in the towel?
well, when your house burns down, like a lot of these poor people,
Fuck.
you're definitely
That's a
getting
good chance. That's a good opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I mean,
quitters.
I'm sure, Pat, people are considering getting out, even if they don't burn down because of all the smoke. So it's tough time right now. Hopefully they get that sorted out, and hopefully fire season like cools off. You know, because it's just in the thick of it. Okay, number 2. Moving on to a more fun topic. Britney Spears. She explained. Have you guys seen her topless pics on Instagram? Have you been following this?
I mean, I've seen them like before.
Okay.
I glanced at some new ones today, but I was trying to.
Almost too many topless pics
gonna
going
come
on
back to
recently
them
to
later.
catch up to them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's posting them fast and furious.
Well, I'm talking
and
about with us, with yesterday's show, and
Oh, you're saying like, yeah. I mean, maybe if I'm sure Wes has seen a lot of them. I'm sure Wes has seen a lot. I've seen them too because I'm a big Britney fan. But she
how could he with his internet being down? But yeah,
she is posting topless pics left and right on Instagram. She's finally come out and explained it. She says, and this is just an excerpt from a very long post. She says, I mean, I don't want anybody to see the big dimple on my ass, but I feel like performing made me too self-conscious about my body, and that's not attractive. Anyways, I bet you're wondering why I'd expose my body now. Well, it's because I was born into this world naked, and I honestly feel like the weight of the world has been on my shoulders, and it's made me view myself that way. Lots of exclamation points. I wanted to see myself in a lighter way, naked. So thanks, Brittany. I mean,
the pic looks great, but the caption isn't doing her any favors for the conservatorship.
right.
You know,
and the fact she's posted like 10 of these and videos too,
Yeah.
topless videos. I mean, it's yeah.
But I get it.
She's crazy hot and crazy.
But
I love it.
I know crazier people than this that are in conservatorships. Like,
Right.
if you've hung out at enough music festivals and you've made enough connections there, your Facebook feed and your IG feed gets filled with a lot of this type of stuff.
You have the right to be crazy as an American and not end up in a conservatorship, in
100%.
my opinion.
You have the
You
right to
should,
do
yeah.
yoga
Like,
every
you
day.
you certainly should.
You have the right to claim that your degree from a non-school is a doctorate. You have the right to do that.
Yes. Could
in
get
health
fired
and
if you get
digestion,
caught, but yeah.
or
Well, I mean,
whatever it is.
That's just more of like lying on applications.
You have the right to
that's
lie.
different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it, I mean, yeah, okay, sure. All right, yeah, you have all the rights. USA. Moving on. Number 1, speaking of the USA, a guy who loves the Stars and Stripes, Tim Tebow. He got cut by the Jaguars on Monday morning. He was trying out to be a tight end. He tweeted a Bible verse about why it's going to be okay, and somehow that chain of events is not the number 1 trend. His 5+ year quest to be a baseball player and a tight end have come to a close, but the way he trends like a Kardashian makes it feel like Tebow is going to be the president one day. Like
Hot seat Jets, right? I mean, sorry, Mets.
Why are the
Mets?
Mets in the hot seat?
Because whether they like it or not, Tebow's going to come knocking on their door saying, "Hey, boys."
No.
nah, he
They
knows
got rid of
it's
him.
over.
They got rid of him.
Well,
He
kind
knows
of. He
it's
kind of got
over.
injured. He actually had a pretty his stats were rising nearing the tail end of his situation.
You think he's
What
going
was
to
he,
go back
what was
to
he batting?
baseball?
185?
I don't know. You think Tebow's the type of guy that's just going to give up? No, he's going to go back to the Mets and ask for
No,
a shot. And
Pat,
he's such a nice guy. They're going to
I
be like,
think he's
"Wow,
going to go into politics, man.
Yeah.
I think he's going to vaccinate some babies and go be the governor somewhere. Like, yeah.
I could see politics. He might get like a Monday night booth job for a year, but I could see politics for sure.
This guy, like, oh, and then speaking of presidents, so I had this idea earlier. What do you guys think about this for how you pick a president? Each party votes for their favorite person from the other party. Just as
I
this
like
is
that.
assuming it's only the two parties, right? Then, Pat, like you were talking about, those two people that win the vote, voted on by the other party, fight each other
I like
in
it.
the ring, and whoever wins that is president, and the other one is vice president. It's ultimate bipartisanship.
You'd
Oh,
have to.
I like the
Yeah.
team aspect of it. The president, vice president. I love that. I love like
Well, that's the original.
no one
way.
goes home a loser.
That's
the
the original.
The
way.
problem with it is though, is like you'd have to have it where people were honest, because a lot of people like sign up for the other party and then vote for the biggest schlub on purpose already in the primaries.
Mark,
you have to have it where like they actually are picking who, if the other party were to win, they would want.
This is why you have to have it be a fight that decides it, because nobody has any control over that. So you have to pick your favorite person from the other party.
But you could pick, but you could pick someone from the other party that's going to lose in the fight. You see what I'm saying?
But you would have to get everybody to switch parties and be in on it that way.
Because I mean, in theory, if everyone voted honestly for who they would want from the opposite party, I think it's a good idea. But
which is a harder movie to make, the Manchurian Candidate or Diggstown? Okay, it's easier to throw a fight than it is to engineer the manipulation of an election. But I love the idea. I would just like to add, I think there should be one or two other events so that we have a better understanding.
Fighting? What other things?
Well, there should be like an intellect event and an under
fucking
pressure
and
event.
You get to watch. You get to watch him fuck. You get to watch him fight.
Ton of like 18 cameras. Get a 3D camera and a drone in there. Make sure you get all.
I don't
want
my president fucking like that. I don't.
Oh, he slams, man.
He's got a weak stroke.
Yeah.
Look how satisfied he or she is.
And then that would give the ladies a big advantage, because like
that's true.
That they could put on a better show.
Think about the merch.
19th Amendment style. They might win one.
That's today's cup of coffee in the big time.
All right. Well, guys, we're all trying to get into shape and eat, right? Jimmy Vaughn should be. We should be, right? Freshly can help. Their delicious meals are designed by nutritionists and cooked by chefs, making it easier to eat better. Freshly offers chef-made, nutrition-packed, delicious meals delivered fresh to your door, no cooking required. Grocery shopping and cooking can be a pain in the butt, especially right now. And with Freshly, you don't have to do any of that. Your meals arrive cooked and they're fresh every week, so you can keep your fridge stocked and skip to the trip to the store. Ordering is very easy. Just visit freshly.com and choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying, better-for-you meals like steak peppercorn, sausage baked penne, or their chicken pesto bowl. They're always bringing in new meals. They're all delicious. You'll never get sick of them. You'll find your favorites like we do. Freshly can fit your lifestyle with a variety of plans and meals, like I said, to pick from for work for your dietary needs, preferences, taste, and family size. And get this, our listeners can get Freshly meals for an average of just $6.16 per meal. That's the whole meal. You can't get that anywhere else for that price. Stop searching the internet for healthy food near you and every night and start living life Freshly. Right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first two orders when you go to freshly.com/hardfactor. Stop stressing about dinner. Go to freshly.com. That's FRESHLY.com/hardfactor for $40 off your first two orders. That's freshly.com/hardfactor. Get $40 off those first two orders.
Love it. All right, boys. It's time for the TikTok International moment. And this first story is a pretty cool one. It's one that I'm super excited about. And it's a story of hope and also resistance under pressure. So let's take it down to the country of Afghanistan. And that's what we're going to call it, not that new bullshit that the Taliban is trying to get on there. And you'll understand why, guys, because as the country of Afghanistan falls under the control of the ultra-oppressive and murderous Taliban government, and the entire population of terrified women are being forced to do things like burn their diplomas for fear of retribution if the Taliban were to find out that they were educated and female at the same time.
How dare they?
All hope seems to be lost. But there is one glimmer of hope, guys, and that's in the form of the province of Panjshir, who refused to surrender to the Taliban. And yesterday, the flag of the Northern Alliance was raised over Panjshir for the first time since 2001, symbolizing the only remaining free place and the last stand for freedom in all of Afghanistan.
Whoa, that's intense.
It's pretty cool.
The Northern Alliance. It's got a badass
intense
name, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Northern Alliance is badass. That's partly why it has that sick name. It's very fitting. Guys, on late Monday evening, the Vice President of Afghanistan, Amr al-Saleh, and Ahmad Massoud, the son of the Lion of Panjshir, Ahmad Saad Massoud, were spotted boarding a helicopter on their way to bring all of the anti-Taliban commanders together to reform the Northern Alliance, guys. Nice. In the Panjshir Valley, they're bringing them, which is now the headquarters of the resistance. It's like an action movie seeing these gentlemen. Then keep in mind, this is the vice president of Afghanistan who did not flee, and the son of the former head of the resistance, the Lion of Panjshir. So the region of Panjshir sits in the Panjshir Valley, which was unable to be conquered by the Soviets during their occupation of the country. They held strong. Unable to be conquered by the Taliban in their first occupation in the late 90s into the early 2000s. And partly, guys, because of its geography, but in great part because of its people. So the senior Masood was killed by a Taliban assassin on September 9th, 2001.
That's a good-looking guy.
Right?
That's a leader that's going to command some respect.
So he
Got a
led
real stately appearance about him.
He led the resistance from 1979 all the way up until 2001 through the Soviet invasion, the first Taliban invasion, until he was killed just days before September 11th. And then obviously we know what happened.
Okay.
Then, so his son, 20 years later, is now reforming the Northern Alliance and the old Mujahideen fighters to fight back against the Taliban, which is very fucking cool. Now, Ahmad Massoud has declared Panjshir as a free place for minorities and women and democracy. And with 10,000 Northern Alliance freedom fighters under his command, he's vowed to stand with his people until the end and remain a bastion of freedom in the country.
Woo! That's impressive. So I mean,
Pretty fucking impressive.
He's the president now. He was the vice president. He's the president.
Yeah. Well, no. Ahmad Massoud was not. So the vice president, I guess, technically is the president, but Ahmad Massoud is the leader of the situation.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
vice president is
boys.
sticking around and helping. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, now
you
the
guys-
vice president's now the president, and his boy Ahmad Massoud is
Exactly.
badass. Yeah. I was looking up the castle from Lord of the Rings. It's like Minas Tirith, like the castle. It's impregnable. You just can't. They're gonna hold it down.
Yeah,
hold
man.
down that last fort.
They do not give up their freedom. So, like,
Helm's Deep.
it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
It's a hard region to access for sure, but these guys are giving hope. So there is a resistance there.
Good. Fuck
And,
the Taliban.
He's following in his father's footsteps.
That's pretty badass. That province has never been taken.
They
I
can't
really
take
hope it stays that way.
Well, I mean the Taliban, they've been doing. Do you guys see all the press they've been doing? They've been on a press tour. It's a nonstop Taliban taking questions about like what they're trying to do. They claim they want peace, so hopefully Panjshir is able to offer like a democratic alternative to the rest of Afghanistan.
Are they taking
rule.
questions, or are they just doing their own questions?
No, they're like, yes, we're instituting Sharia law, but that's our way.
Right.
And-
Did anyone ask like why no women were on the streets whatsoever?
Right. They're like, that's within our framework, but we want peace besides
told
our
that
framework.
that CNN reporter that was wearing the female who was wearing regular clothes one day and then a full burqa the next day.
Yeah.
They told her to put on gloves when she was interviewing them.
You better not show those hands.
Got to cover those hot hands because we know what happens with those hands once they get.
Oh my
around
goodness!
genitals.
Oh my goodness!
I can't. You're gonna
Cover
make
'em
me
up.
commit a sin.
Yeah, cover them up before the Taliban cuts them off. That's the rule in Afghanistan.
That's true.
All right, guys, let's take it to Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan president demoted the country's health minister, who, as part of her COVID strategy, promoted the use of magic potions to battle COVID-19 as infections in the country hit all-time record highs. So the loss of the gig was a bit of insult to injury for Pavithara Warnachichi, who landed in intensive care back in January from getting COVID, and this is after she publicly drank the magic syrup cooked up by a local sorcerer. Boy, I bet her insides were red, right? After she got that COVID, especially considered on top of the potion. A couple months earlier, back in November, she poured a pot of, quote, blessed water into a river that a holy man gave her, telling her it would end the pandemic in Sri Lanka as a whole. So,
Wow.
could imagine
That
the
didn't
surprise
work?
on her face. The real question, guys,
You
is
gave me the wrong potion.
it was the wrong potion. Must have been.
You're telling me that pouring a pot of water into a river didn't end the pandemic?
Yep, she drank
Classic
that.
mix-up on potions. The
She
label
drank that
was wrong.
potion publicly to really show off how much she believed in it. The question is, guys, how was she able to keep her job for the 7 months after the potion didn't work? It's like the president was like, "I want to see how this one plays out. I haven't made my choice on her
Well,
yet."
I think that if you're the president and you have a psycho like that telling people to take potions or whatever, you just let that ride until you have to fire that psycho. So you've already got somebody to throw under the bus built up. So you might as well just let them ride until you actually need to throw them under the bus.
It's also wildly entertaining. It's like having your own like fable book, like
It's
in
a
real
court
life.
gesture, like a magician.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Like what's she gonna claim the potion does today? It's like every day you come into work, it's not boring.
And it's
Yeah.
a win-win because then at the end you're like, I knew she was an idiot.
Yeah, it's like
her
hiring
outta
the worst
here.
magician off Craigslist, worst rated magician off Craigslist at your party as a joke.
Exactly.
All right, let's finally kick it over to a country that I wish was not America, but unfortunately it seems to be. A new economic theory has popped up in the no new normal subreddit, and that subreddit happens to cater to anti-vaxxers and conspiracy folks. And this economic theory is that the side effect of not taking the vaccine is that eventually their unvaxxed semen will skyrocket in value, and they'll be able to cash in on their pure jizz like someone who bought Bitcoin back in 2009. So that's the thing. They think that unvaxxed semen is going to be very rare and therefore expensive. In fact, guys, the dream of becoming crypto-rich from
It's actually not a bad idea.
Well,
jizz.
wait. But why couldn't guys just save it up now, freeze it, and then get the vaccine anyways?
That's
Will, what if someone told you that you could keep all the money that you could stuff into your freezer? Wouldn't you wish that you could create an unlimited amount of money or freezers?
Either way, I do think that people will buy unvaxxed sperm. So either way, if you freeze it or whatever, I think that's a good business model. You'll be able to sell it.
Maybe. I don't know who's buying. Yeah, guys, the dream of becoming crypto-rich from jizz is such a possibility to this subreddit that it played a heavy and integral part in launching the sperm is the new Bitcoin meme.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys been seeing that floating around?
So
the
do they have a stock ticker on unvaxxed sperm yet? Can you see it? Can you
No,
see the
I don't
value?
think it's being traded yet. It's very personal. One Redditor commented on that meme saying, "I'm going to retire as a cum cow." Cum emoji. That was too raw for you.
Too raw for you. Shit. He's got a lot saved up in the freezer.
Oh, a ton.
There's a cum cow.
A ton. Great use of the cow emoji.
Steed.
No
He
one,
doesn't even need.
He's stud. I'm gonna stud it out.
Mom, let me tell you why I don't need to find a job, okay?
Yeah.
You just wait,
Opens the freezer door.
you small-minded.
Look at all this.
Our troubles are over, Mom.
I got to stay hydrated, Mom. All right,
You see the color on that jizz?
Beautiful. I can go 4 times a day, Mom. That's gonna regret leaving us.
it's like Snow White's skin. Okay, so no one's exactly sure where this theory comes from, pun intended, but many think it stemmed from the conspiracy theory that unvaccinated blood is in higher demand, or that the Red Cross is turning away vaccinated donors, neither of which are true. But the theory...
Why would that be the case?
I don't know. It's spreading, man. Sounds plausible. But the theory is spreading, as I said. Redditor Harry is amazing commented on a study indicating that that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one again.
That guy's really going to retire
where's
as
this
a cum
guy?
cow.
God damn it, I can't find it. All right, doesn't matter. I'll just read it to you. Harry is amazing commented on a study indicating that sperm count isn't harmed by the COVID vaccine, and he wrote, "Mark my words that unvaccinated sperm and blood will be a hot commodity in the few months to follow to a year." He's pretty focused.
I love these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, one.
I'm gonna
person,
go for it. I'm gonna go for it here.
You're gonna go for it. One person
gonna
on
go
Twitter
for it
said,
here.
"Guard your unvaccinated sperm like Fort Knox. The Karens will be hot after 216 monthly payments for support. Unvaccinated men will be calling all the shots."
Sounds like shit. Here we go, guys. This might be the end. Sounds like Greg Abbott's sperm's gonna be worth less than his legs.
So I guess that means you're gonna want to hodl that jizz until the market's peaking.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
We can cut that if it's too much.
All right, and
All
that,
right.
guys, was a TikTok International.
Because he got 3 shots.
Right? No, I got it.
He got 3 fucking shots, the piece of shit.
I'm not an Abbott guy, so I'm not offended. If you're like us, most of us, you carry a balance on your credit cards, and if those cards come with higher interest rates, they do, you need our friends at Lightstream. Lightstream will give you a credit card consolidation loan. It's insane. So you can lower your interest rate and Get rates as low as 5.93% APR with autopay and excellent credit. That's awesome. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. They could deliver a loan of $5,000 to $100,000. You can even get the money the same day you apply, and there are absolutely no fees. Pretty simple, guys. They give you a loan, you pay off your high-interest credit card rates, then you pay them a lower interest to pay off that loan. Seems pretty smart. If you saw what you pay in interest over the course of that credit card by paying like a little bit over the minimum payments, you would literally freak out. And it's hard to see because credit card companies don't want you to see it. But take my word for it, you're going to want to get Lightstream. Anything you can do to lower your interest rate is a good move. So just for our listeners, you can apply for a special interest rate discount and save even more. And the only way to get that discount, guys, is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. Quick disclaimer, subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.93% APR and include a 0.5 autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. They say write what you know, so we're going to go back to a fast food story. Look, my hands are tied because Little Caesars decided it was a good idea to create this. Okay.
Looks like a pizza adapter.
Right? Those aren't plugged.
Looks like a hungry hippos made out of pizza.
That's right. It does. It's, you know what those are on the end, Pat? Those are calzones, which is why it's called the crazy calzone. Look at that fucking monstrosity.
Is that with K's or is that?
No, it should have been. It's with C's. It looks like something the South Park Marlon Brando doctor would create in the lab. You know, it looks.
Well, what it is it's a large pizza where they cut four slits into like diagonal locations on the edge of the pizza, and then they fold over the crust to make tiny calzones that are just folded over pizza.
Yes, it's a pepperoni pizza merged and wrapped with 4 calzones at the ends. And by the looks of it, there's probably a reason no chain restaurant has had the pizza calzone on the menu before. And it's not that they couldn't place the two items together.
Right.
It's that it looks like an abortion in a box.
Correct.
It's not.
Yeah. Anybody in any pizza shop of all time could have had the option to make this with any pizza they've ever made. They just never have, because what's the point of making this fucking
What are they thinking? I mean, how is this an idea that wasn't abandoned the second it came out of the oven?
Right.
What? So
Looks
there
like
was the
Nazi
pizzone.
Iron Cross, except
Yes,
it's a pizza.
It does. I get to that at the end. I was gonna make fun of Wes not being here because he would have caught it as our symbologist for racist signs, but it looks exactly like the Iron Cross. I'll get a picture of that up later, but it's straight up an Iron Cross calzone pizza.
Is there like a commercial of like 4 friends all grabbing their individual calzone and ripping the pizza apart while having a good time?
There is, Pat. It's actually Katie Hill, her husband, and their 2 girlfriends.
Former Congresswoman Katie Hill.
Dude, Katie Hill has circled August 23rd on her Nazi calendar because that's the day that this calzone pizza comes out.
She's first in line.
She's gonna be.
tonight.
Look at that. There it is.
The Iron Cross.
It's the same fucking thing. Look at that. Katie Hill's first in line.
Put the picture back up. Are those walnuts sprinkled on the end of the calzone?
I think it's giant Parmesan cheese flakes.
It's got to just be giant pieces of pepperoni.
It looks like cut up hot dog.
It does look like hot dog.
Doesn't look good.
That's a pepperoni hot dog crazy calzone.
And you know, a food stylist had a once over on that before they took that photograph. That's the best they could do.
That's what I'm saying. You know how many calzones pizzas came out of the thing just like they had to throw straight in the trash? That's the one that was the one that made the photo shoot. Look, the new limited time only menu will be available to order online for $8.49 starting August 16th and available hot and ready starting August 23rd. And look, we're all going to get one and eat it on a live stream probably.
I hope so. I'm shocked they didn't go with $6.66 for this one.
Yeah, no shit. It is satanic, but that's the thing is, it looks like it might kill one of us mid-meal because 4 calzones and a pizza. They sell their large pizzas for $5. This thing's $8.49. Well, thing's like, how many calories is this thing?
It's higher class. Who's Little Caesar's biggest competitor? Like Pizza Patron maybe, or like
CC's?
CC's probably, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how CC's is going to answer
one
this.
Of the buffet people.
I love Little Caesars too, but I mean, good God, this got me mean, what the fuck? This got me to thinking, is this the craziest fast food item ever created? Because it's pretty crazy. It has crazy in the name. They're not trying to hide it at all. They're pretty self-aware on this one. It's the crazy calzone. So I went through a list of several lists and found what I thought were my favorite crazy fast food items. I'd like to run them through with you guys. Maybe we could vote at the end. Yeah.
So before, is the Pizzone on this list?
No.
The Pizzone.
The
was
P-Zone.
That was a pizza calzone.
Yeah, it was just
That was
a
just a one
calzone.
fold. That was a one fold. Yeah.
It was just a calzone, but Pizza Hut made it, so they called it the P-Zone, the Pizzone.
Yes.
And then what's the?
But it was.
papadilla?
It didn't look like a pizza. It was just a folded over. It was
know
a
what
giant,
this is,
it was a
Mark?
giant calzone.
So recently, the Papa John's had great success with the papadilla, which
Yes.
was a pizzone except not closed off. It was like it was just a folded over pizza, I think. Period.
What leads you to believe they had great success with that?
People
Well,
are talking about the papadilla is good.
You bought it. No, I don't think.
I have not had it. I've seen. I believe on the Discord chat.
There's a
how
buzz.
good the papadilla
There's a
is.
buzz going on the papadilla.
There's a palpable buzz about the
refuse to
papadilla.
believe that.
There is. I'm telling you. People are behind the papadilla.
You got
Guys,
your ear to the streets.
These items I'm going to go through are way crazier than the papadilla and the pizzone. All right, let's start with one we all know. How about the KFC Double Down? You guys recognize this?
Oh yeah, I love that one.
It's the chicken sandwich that instead of using bread has 2 large pieces of boneless fried chicken as the buns.
I never had it. I wish I had.
No, I never did either. With bacon and
the-
cheese sauce in
it's
the middle.
Atkins friendly, man. It's keto.
Yeah, it's keto. Well, except for the fried. No, the fried part really makes it very un-keto.
Unketo. Did you guys knew about that? But did you guys know about the Double Down dog, which was a hot dog? Instead of a bun, they had a fried chicken wrapped bun.
What? Where's that? Who has that?
So this was only available in KFC Philippines. Shout out Eric. Go get yourself a bonus dog, Eric.
The chicken dog is amazing.
The rest of them are all American. The KFC Double Down is American, but the bonus down dog or whatever is Philippines. All right, next up, what about the Burger King flaming hot fried mac and cheese Cheetos? Which
I remember these.
You remember these?
Yeah.
So this product came out nationwide at Burger King in 2016 as regular, like mozzarella sticks with regular Cheeto flavors as the outside, and then in 2017 they added the flaming hot variety.
I would have tried this.
I didn't remember them because I never slummed it in Burger King, so I was not aware.
Who tried
of
that?
Yeah.
Whose acid reflux, whose esophagus can sustain this? Like, in all
It's not good,
seriousness,
right? Look at the color of this thing.
there ain't no skinny guys going in there and
It's
munching down on those
Takis.
things.
It's
That's bad.
Everyone who was eating those things has an acid reflux problem. That looks just like such a nightmare.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be able to handle stuff like that, but not anymore.
Dude, these are all
You hit a
sad.
certain age,
Every
nobody
single
can
one of
handle
these. Every single one of these is a really sad order. Buyer's remorse, regret.
No,
the
dude,
second,
I would
the
have
second
no.
you get it.
I would have no
Well,
problem.
because you
rolling
know
up
it's
to
going to
buy
give you
it.
the shits and stuff. Like it's like 5 minutes of pleasure for a whole half a day of.
But
it
that
there.
5 minutes.
It's a red flag on a date, that's for sure. If you're,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, how do we keep it going? What about the Dunkin' Donuts Belgian breakfast waffle sandwich? It had bacon, eggs, and American cheese all sandwiched between 2 waffles. And it came out on National Waffle Day in 2016. That'll please some people in the
I would try
Discord,
that too,
on
honestly.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that you couldn't find an official photo of it, though, Mark, makes me feel like some
This is
guys at a Dunkin'.
It was a one-day thing.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's the official photo taken on a chocolate Verizon chocolate phone.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
That's one of them. It's not a drawing. It's a real. What about the Taco Bell naked egg taco, which was a 2018 breakfast item that didn't last long because it was an over hard egg as a tortilla
I remember this shit.
wrapped
Taco
around
Bell.
meat and cheeses and potatoes.
So gross.
Instead of a tortilla, it's an over hard white egg.
What
You're
year was
supposed
that?
to hold on to an egg.
2018.
Yeah.
Recent. It's the
Does
most
Taco
recent
Bell
one.
still
Still do breakfast?
Yeah.
Taco
It's
Bell's
bad.
got to. They've
They
got
do
to be the
breakfast
most
poorly.
Who do you think is crazier, the Taco Bell executives or the Burger King executives? Because those have to be the two most batshit menus.
There was
Like-
a lot of Burger King items on this list that I only did a couple
Well,
of
did
them.
you get thirsty when you're always chasing number one? Like what? Like when you're always
Yeah.
number two, you'll try some desperate things to try to shake things up a bit.
I think
That's a good
Burger
point.
King's crazier because Taco Bell already kind of starts with the the cheesy, gross products, right?
The Crunchwrap Supreme
Right.
is like one of their top products.
Burger King really thought outside the box with some of these. All right, since it's like 3 different types of ice cream days, how about this one? This one's pretty good. The Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich from Carl Jr. Imagine ordering that at the place and feeling good about it. That's a secret trip for sure. It's a large amount of vanilla ice cream between 2 halves of an untoasted, iced and sprinkled strawberry Pop-Tart.
Oh, it looks real. That actually looks fucking good, dude.
You need that?
Untoasted?
I would eat it and feel bad about myself. Yeah.
Is it
I would-
specified untoasted?
Yes. It's
That
specified
looks
untoasted.
toasted.
Bro, it's untoasted.
you can't toast it. There's ice cream on it.
Yeah, it's untoasted. It's
Well, you
just
could toast it and then let it cool and then hook up the ice cream.
maybe.
I mean, it's
Carl's
not,
Jr.
it's not made fresh.
Yeah,
They're pulling that-
Carl's Jr. doesn't have time for that. They're ripping Pop-Tarts out of the bag and smashing it between ice cream.
No, that's coming out of the freezer altogether. That's
Yeah, it's true.
one block right out of the freezer. Here you go, sir.
That's a bad one. Here's a favorite of ours to talk about at least. The McGangbang. A McGangbang is a McChicken sandwich inside a double cheeseburger to make your own Big Mac, except the middle isn't a bun, it's a McChicken.
Wow.
Or
I've
isn't
never
a
done
patty.
it.
Yeah. I think I did it once. It's pretty good. I'm a big fan of McChickens, though. That is an impressive one right there. And look, there are others, so feel free to let us know which ones we missed. But let's end with the Arby's Meat Mountain. Look at this fucking thing. It's a sandwich with chicken tenders, turkey, ham, corned beef, brisket, Angus steak, roast beef, bacon, Swiss, and cheddar cheese. It costs $10 and is on their secret menu.
It's just $10 of stacked gray roast beef.
For one sandwich.
man.
It's a $10 sandwich from Arby's.
It's on their secret menu because it's literally lethal to some people. Because there's a certain group of people that if they find out that sandwich exists, they're gonna hurt themselves with it until they die.
Yes. It's not good. Did you hear the list? It's got chicken tenders. That's one, turkey, ham, corned beef, brisket, Angus steak, roast beef. That's 7 meats. Oh, 8 bacon, 8 meats, Swiss and cheddar cheese.
You want to talk about a red flag on a date? Somebody's suggesting the secret menu at Arby's.
Oh man!
If anyone orders the Meat Mountain, get out of their life.
You ever heard of the secret menu at Arby's?
How many animals had to die for the Meat Mountain?
Oh my god. You know they hate making it too. They make it like once a year, and they're like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." The Meat Mountain. So that was
Hold
gross,
on,
right?
I got the nutritional info for the Meat Mountain.
Oh no, you don't. There's no way they have the stats.
Oh,
on it.
100%. It's listed on their website on their
Thanks,
Arby's
Obama. Nice.
secret menu. I guess it's not that secret. Okay, meat.
4,000 calories.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I think it's 4,000 calorie sandwich.
3,500.
Oh my God, this is a glaring issue. So, in fact, the Meat Mountain is on the Arby's website under the arby's.com/secret-menu /the-meat-mountain.sandwich. And it says nutritional info available in this PDF, but it's suspectly missing from the PDF.
Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Not listed.
You know why that's okay?
That's a mystique.
Because no one orders it.
No, that's cool. Now I want to order a Meat Mountain.
It's
'Cause
because how do you organize? Like, what do you put it under? you put it under because there's a roast beef section, there's a chicken section. What do you put it under all?
No one that worked at Arby's could do the math, so they just gave up. They were like, yeah. So that was a lot of gross items. I still think the Little Caesars atrocities at the top of the list for me. The Iron Cross pizza.
You think so? Yeah. I don't know. Some of these may have unseated it. The Meat Mountain, I still want to order it, but it does gross me out because it's just. I mean, look how gray that meat is. That is a stack of really gray looking.
Look at that.
You like your roast beef a different color?
Yeah,
But look at that.
like a brown or a red.
Look at that plain ass bun and that unmelted cheese. The star of the meal is the 15 meats. Get rid of that bun. Get it out of here. And we're going to get out of here as well. That's going to do it for Hard Factor. We got Green Room today. Bring your best work stories. I got a doozy of one. It's going to shock you. And you're going to win a free t-shirt. So join us at 5 p.m. Eastern. You got to download the Green Room app and then just follow any of us. It's our first and last names or our at Hard Factor on the name. So it's Mark Borgie, Will Smith, Pat Cassidy, Wes Shepard. That's SHEPHARD for Wes, and then the other ones are pretty self-explanatory.
We're verified on there. Ooh, check marks.
We're verified. We were too hot. We got kicked off last week, and we went right back in. We're back.
They may have unverified us after the being too hot.
We're the bad boys of Green Room. Join the bad boys of Green Room today, and then I mean, keep rolling with us. We're having a big week. We got some promotions coming up. We're about to get some new blood in the Discord. It's going to get crazy. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. As always, we love you guys. Have a great fucking day.